I feel like hope is a beautiful concept. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Like I said, like y'all can't be hopeful. But hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Essence Ray. Thank you for tuning in. This is kind of a hot take on manifestation, but make sure y'all watch to the end so y'all know I'm not crazy. So some of y'all are like, okay, I've watched this video, I've tried this method, that method to try and manifest the things that I want, and you're like, none of those things have really worked for me. And I think it's because we're missing a big piece, and I think it's just conditioning. As a collective, I think we've been a bit conditioned to romanticize the idea of hope and just being in a certain state and wishing to be out of that state. While I feel like hope is a beautiful concept, I definitely had to compartmentalize it to be able to manifest things, and this is why. So looking at the overall concept of hope and comparing it to manifestation, it definitely creates cracks in that manifestation process, and that's because it affects three main things. So one, you don't decide that the manifestation is yours. The fundamental idea of hope says this thing that I want or desire doesn't exist yet. Maybe it does. I really want it to though. But by doing this, hope is telling your subconscious that this thing that you want is not yours because you don't have it right now. And what we know about subconscious programming in the scope of manifestation is if you don't think you have it, your subconscious is just going to keep creating the idea of you not having something. You have to know and believe that it's yours. Like, is it yours? Do you have it? Yes or no? You have to decide and make a decision because manifestation is intentional. The next crack in a manifestation foundation that it creates is it makes you start to look for signs, and it makes you wait, and it makes you think about the process of how whatever you want is going to come to you. So not only does hope say that your manifestation may or may not exist yet, but it also says that your manifestation is going to come from some external source, or some external source is going to manifest it for you. But the thing is that you are the sign, and we know that all the work is internal. You ultimately control your life, and the internal work just projects out into your manifestation. And also, worrying about the process and even just thinking about the process of your manifestation coming to you can also block it, because you might be zeroing in on a path that isn't going to bring your manifestation, and what you focus on grows. The third crack that hope creates in the whole manifestation process is that you ultimately don't believe in your manifestation. Not deciding that your manifestation is yours while also waiting and looking for signs and focusing on the process of how it's going to come ultimately kills your belief, and that's like the hard drive of your manifestation system. A lack of belief takes your mind, heart, and body out of alignment. Think about if you took your router apart and then was like, oh, well, why is my Wi-Fi not working? Because it's all different parts, like it's not together. Your mind, heart, and body have to believe that you have your manifestation and that it exists, and then it transmits that energy out into the universe, and that's how you manifest the things that you want. I talk about that whole process in my How I Manifest in 24 Hours video, but ultimately it just talks about the feeling of belief and living in that feeling of belief in order to manifest, and that's a very powerful law of assumption concept. Like I said, while hope has its place, it really does take intention and hard belief in order to manifest things. And the idea of hope that says that something is like on its way, or that wish idea, really does block the whole manifestation concept. One of my favorite exercises in my manifestation workbook is the manifesting check exercise for this exact reason. I print out that page, I cut out my check, I write it out like any other check, I put it up where I can see it, and I leave it be. I don't worry about any doubts. I don't worry about the process that's going to come. I'm not hoping that the amount comes, like I'm not thinking about, oh, this check is actually really fake, girl, like you playing. Like, none of that. I understand that there's nothing else I need to do. Now, when I go to sleep and when I do my meditations before I go to sleep, I will focus on the amount and work on my belief system for my manifestation. But other than that, I know that I don't need to do anything. I was intentional. I'm focusing on my belief, and that's how I manifest things 99% of the time. My Art of Manifestation workbook is linked below. It just has a ton of exercises and activities and concepts around manifestation. So it really keeps you in alignment to attract your manifestation, but also keep you in the mindset of keeping your manifestation. So check it out if you want. Again, I feel like hope is a beautiful concept. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Like I said, like y'all can't be hopeful. But I just think that it needs to be compartmentalized in terms of the positive mindset aspect of it. But in terms of manifestation, I don't think it really has a place because it clashes with so many principles of just intention and belief that really drive your manifestation. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. I know it's definitely like an unorthodox take on hope, but I would love to hear your opinions on this because, like I said, this is just my experience of manifestation. When I took hoping and wishing out of the equation and became more intentional and was like, yes, I believe this is mine, like the whole law of assumption concept, that's when I really quantum jumped into the manifestations that I wanted. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like videos like this about manifestation, if you're on your manifestation journey, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.